And welcome back to the channel, Survivors. Today we've got some really big, meaty updates here to talk about for Ark Survival Ascended. As you guys are probably already aware here, June is shaping up to be a really big month here for the game. We've got tons of different things, from brand new creatures, from a brand new map, we have a brand new collaboration, you name it, we have a lot on the horizon. So in today's video, let's talk about the most recent news and what you guys need to know about Ark Survival Ascended. So diving right in, guys, the first one, and a very big important one, is actually the center map is still on track for their release of June 4th. They have yet to release any additional delays. Now, that doesn't mean there couldn't potentially be one before it officially arrives, but as of right now, the community crunches leading up to June 4th are still holding true to the June 4th date of the center map's official release. And alongside that here, that also brings the brand new community-rotated creature, the Shastasaurus. In a previous community crunch, we did actually get a preview of what the Shastasaurus will look like and its magnificent size, and it looks absolutely astounding and beautiful. I love the creature's overall design here, and I also really dig the size of the creature compared to a survivor. But looks aren't just everything. We also had in this most recent community crunch our very first sneak peek look at the submarine saddle attachment. Now, if you guys remember the community voted image that we had for the Shastasaurus and its submarine saddle and its, sort of abilities, if you will, that they wanted to see inside of the game for this creature, it definitely looks vastly different. You can see here that the creature even looks different, but on top of that, the submarine is vastly different. It's no longer elongated the entire size of the body. Additionally, it's also placed on top of the Shasta and not below it. So that's going to be a massive visual, difference here compared to the image they dropped for the community crunch. Now, the developers did actually break some of this stuff down. I'm not going to break down all of the jargon because I myself probably won't even understand all of it, but essentially they talk about why they had to change the, location of the submarine being from the top of the creature to the bottom, and it being, half and partially submerged versus all submerged, and, basically just different things and the reasons why it looks the way that it does compared to the community voted creature version. And through this, they mentioned they had to actually rewrite some of the coding for the game, and that this will also not only have an effect on the Shastasaurus and the submarine saddle, but also have a positive effect on other aspects in the game, like rafts, and then basing on other creature saddles. Hopefully this will just make them 10 times, smoother and perform a lot better when utilizing them inside the game. But either way here, I still think it looks very, very cool, and I am excited to see this saddle in action. There's a couple of things I want to point out here that we can take a look at from this image, and that's just one, the sheer size of the sub. If you zoom all the way in here, you can see the guy is actually at the very front, or, some sort of survivors at the very front, running it from like a control panel, it seems, and then you can see towards the back of the sub just how big it is by seeing a Therizino. So you can see a single Therizino, which still seems to be very small compared to all of the other room inside of the sub. So it does look to seem like, it's actually quite larger than what we expect, and I really would like to see a, survivor swimming next to it, just like we've kind of seen with the survivor swimming next to the Shastasaurus. It'd be really nice to see, just exactly how big the sub is on top of the Shastasaurus, again, inside of the water. In general, I think it looks really cool. It's a very creative build, and we can also see from this image, in addition to the size of the submarine, we can see the torpedoes in action as well. Don't forget that this saddle was designed to actually shoot rockets. So again, it looks like these torpedoes are also going to be featured for this saddle, and because of that, I expect this to actually be a high-level engram that is going to take survivors a considerable amount of time to be able to craft and then, able to obviously utilize, especially on something like an official PvP server. But in general, guys, as always, you let me know what your thoughts are down below on the Shastasaurus and the Shastasaurus saddle preview down below in the comment section. Now, last but not least, let's dive into the Power Rangers collaboration here that we can expect to see on the horizon for Ark. Again, it is going to be set for June 17th per, obviously, the image they dropped on social media. We honestly have not had any additional information related to this collaboration since they dropped this on, Twitter, but nevertheless, we have had somebody in the community, from my understanding, actually find in the dev kit a specific Zord skin. So big shout out here to GP, and I believe Slushy is the person they reference inside of their video that does give out this screenshot showcasing this line item inside of the dev kit. We can see in the screenshot via the load errors, we have one that specifically talks about the Zord Rex, and it says the the Rover slash Zord Rex primal item costume, the Zord Rex. And this is obviously a direct representation of the Zord, T-Rex or Tyrannosaurus Rex you have for Power Rangers. And obviously I displayed this in a previous video, but it looks like this. Now this is a toy model version, but this is going to be ideally what we can expect for this, Rex skin inside of the game. Additionally, I would speculate that this would also confirm that these are going to be skins coming to the game and probably nothing outside of that. I don't think that on top of the center map dropping on June 4th that they would push a brand new full-on map for the Power Rangers collaboration. However, I do 100% see and expect them to have a skin for each of the, creatures or dinos that are associated with respective Zord. And unfortunately, that's all we know here related to the collaboration. We don't really know exactly what's coming out additionally for anything else. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait until 17th of June to find out. And last but not least, when it comes to updates we can expect on the horizon for Ark Survival Ascended, brings us back to Twitter. Cubicore, specifically the cinematics director for Studio Wildcard. Well, a couple of days ago, they actually dropped a tweet near and dear to my heart with an update for Ark Survival Ascended, and specifically for the photo mode mechanic. You guys know the camera mode that you can press pause in the game and then utilize to freely move your camera around the subject or yourself to stage photos, take thumbnail images, you name it. They're actually going to be adding a brand new feature called the camera roll, and they dropped an image going over what exactly that correlates to, and you can see all of the different positions now. We'll be able to actually move the camera freely and on the exact same plane without shifting up or down or sideways, forward, backwards, you name it. Pedestal, we have truck, and then we obviously have pan. Now that's going to basically move the camera, like I said, in a straight line, 100% parallel with whatever you're trying to match it up against without having to, freely adjust your keys and then, move up and down, and sometimes just really break that immersion from it feeling seamless. Additionally, we have the pan for the left and right. We have the tilt to go up and down, and then we also have the roll to change the perspective. Again, really, really awesome, cool things you love to see them adding in here and expanding for the photo mode inside of Ark Survival Ascended. And with that being said, survivors, that's going to wrap up the new and updated information that you guys need to know and can expect here for Ark Survival Ascended on the horizon. I absolutely am in love with all of these updates, and I think June is going to be a massive one here for Ark fans out there, as we're going to be getting a brand new map for the center, again, expected to release here on June 4th. We're going to be getting the Power Rangers collaboration here coming up on June 17th, if nothing gets delayed, of course. And additionally, here we're going to be getting the Shastasaurus and whatever additional new creatures they want to put in from other types of premium mods. And with that being said, as always, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for everything Ark Survival Ascended related. Additionally, don't forget, I do host my own PvE community servers. If you guys are interested in checking those out, I have one for the island map, Scorched Earth, and I will be clustering up the center map as soon as it does officially drop. All you have to do is join the Discord. You can find that link down below in the description. Pick up the Ark roll, and you guys are set to go. But with that being said, as always, guys, you have a wonderful Tuesday, and I will see you all on the next one.